Monday the 15th of June. We've got a lot to get through, so I'd suggest getting straight into it, using the primer set as your warm-up. So our primer set, we're doing 10 all the way down to 1 of sit-ups with 1 deck squat in between. Okay, so 10 sit-ups, 1 deck squat, 9 sit-ups, 1 deck squat, 8, 1, and so on, all the way down to 1. Then we've got our working sets. We've got 10 sets of 10 dumbbell thrusters and 10 windshield wipers with 1 minute's rest in between. I'll show you what those movements are in a moment. And then our workout today, 3 rounds for time, 400 meter run, 30 jumping lunges, 30 frog jumps, and 30 mountain climbers. Okay, so quite a lot to get through. So our primer set, we're starting with our sit-ups and our deck squats. So remember, with sit-ups, sit on the floor, feet together in this butterfly position. We're going to touch the floor behind us, touch the floor in front of the toes. What we're looking for there is that our shoulder comes past our hip crease when we sit all the way up. Then our deck squat, just a reminder what our deck squat is, you essentially roll back and then stand yourself up. Now, if you find this challenging, it can be helpful to use a counterweight, but do give it a go, body weight to begin with. So you'll start from standing, roll back, and throw yourself through and forward. Imagine you're trying to headbutt something in front of you. That's your deck squat. Then we get into our dumbbell thrusters. So you can use 1 or 2. It doesn't actually specify, so if you want to challenge yourself, if you've got 2 dumbbells, absolutely go for 2 dumbbells. I've only got 1 weight here, kettlebell, as you can see. So you would do 5 and 5, okay? So our thruster, we get our nice squat stance. Make sure that we are gripping the floor with our feet. So imagine if you had a towel underneath your feet, that you're trying to spread that towel, create tension on the towel. Our knees are going to be tracking over our toes. Send our bum back and down, keeping our chest up, and then as we stand up, using that leg drive to thrust that weight up above our heads. As we come back down, squatting down, thrusting up, okay? 10 reps of those, and then 10 windshield wipers. Now, you might want to use like a sofa to grab onto or your weight behind you. And our windshield wipers, another core exercise. So we're going to lie on the floor, flat out, grab whatever it is you're going to use as an anchor, and then our feet are straight up above our hips. We're then going to rotate down so that they touch on the right hand side, rotate up, down onto the left. That is 1, okay? So 1, 2, so both ways counts as 1. Feet all the way down one way, all the way down the other way, like windshield wipers. Then you rest for a minute. We're doing 10 sets of that. Then we get into our workout. 400 meter run. If you've got a run route, obviously you can go and run. If you don't want to run for whatever reason, I would suggest an alternative to that is skipping for about 2 minutes. Okay, so 2 minutes of skipping or double unders, whatever you want to do there. Into 30 jumping lunges. So our jumping lunge, super explosive. We start in that lunge position, knee all the way to the floor. We jump up to swap legs. Trying not to fall over. Jumping up, swapping legs, okay? Try and keep that chest lifted. 30 jumping lunges. So 1 rep in that case, I would count every time a knee comes to the floor. So 1, 2, 3, 4, every time you jump, essentially. Then our frog jumps. This is a bit of a different one as well, but essentially like a squat jump. But what we're going for is trying to keep that chest up and allowing our hands to touch the floor, okay? So getting into that squat position, hands to the floor, keep looking forward, keep that chest up, and then jump like a little frog, okay? So those are your frog jumps. And then 30 mountain climbers, so another bit of core burner here. So from our plank position, we're gonna bring a foot up to the hand alternately. So right foot up to right hand, left foot up to left hand. We can make that as quick as possible, remembering this is 3 rounds for time. But I do want you to try and get that foot up as close to your hand as possible. Okay, so if that means maybe going a little bit slower, that's okay. Get that full range of motion. Okay guys, enjoy.